tell you a story from the Bible today. It is a story from a book in the Bible called Ruth. Can you say that? Ruth. Ruth. So it begins like this. In the land of Israel, where God's people lived, Townside, there was a famine going on. That meant that the crops weren't growing, there wasn't enough food for people, and so people were very worried there wasn't enough to eat. So some people moved, a godly family moved to the land next door that was called Moab. Can you say Moab?
Moab.
Right. So they moved to the land of Moab where they had heard that there was more food. So let's meet this family. It starts off with the mother, Naomi. Hello, Naomi.
Hello, how are you, Carol?
Good. And she has a husband, Elimelech.
Hello.
And they had a son, Mahlon. But here they are in the land of Moab, and Mahlon is thinking, I would like a wife, right, Mahlon?
Yes, I would love a wife.
Okay. So Mahlon looked around, and he found a Moabitess, that's a hard word, called Ruth. And he fell in love with Ruth, and they got married.
Hey, what's going on here? What's all this lovey-dovey, kissy stuff going on?
Who are you?
My name is Owen,
What are you doing here?
and I'm watching the puppet show just like everybody else is. But there's children here. This is a church. We don't want to see all this lovey-dovey, kissy stuff going on.
Well, too bad, Owen, because it was a loving family, and Ruth and Mahlon did get married. But it wasn't long after that when Elimelech died. And then Mahlon died. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. This is really getting interesting. How did they all die? How did they all die?
Actually, the Bible does not tell us how they died.
Well, I bet you I know how they died. Well, I bet they got hit by a bus. They got hit by a bus, right?
No, they didn't get hit by a bus. There were no buses back then.
There were no buses. Oh, wait,
No.
wait. They went out the night before, they went cow tipping, and they got squashed by a cow.
No.
They got squashed by a
It
cow.
doesn't say anything about that.
Oh, okay, wait. Maybe I'm thinking of a different version of the Bible. Okay.
No.
They actually
Randy.
got eaten by a big red iguana. They did. Jurassic iguana.
No.
Yes.
Owen, it does not say in the Bible how they died, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't by a large red iguana.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Can we go on?
Continue, please.
Okay. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. So Naomi and Ruth were in the land of Moab, but the problem was their husbands had died. They were widows, so what now were they going to do? So Naomi talked to Ruth about this.
Ruth, I've been so distraught lately since my husband and son died. And I know God was leading us here and you were happy in Moab for so long, but now it seems like there's nothing for me here. I feel like I'm being called to go back to Israel, to where my family is. Oh yes, you know Ruth, I love you very much, but I think that probably you should stay here. You're young, you can look for another husband in Moab and have a family and have a good life again.
Oh, Neely, please don't send me away. I love you. I love that you've become my family and you've taught me all about God. I want to stay with you. I want to go with you. I want to go where you go, and your people are my people, and your God is my God. Please don't send me away.
Oh, Ruth, that's so wonderful. I love you also. And I think we can do this together with God's help.
Let's go.
More lovey-dovey, kissy stuff?
Yes, just put up with it, okay? Thank you, Owen. Okay. So, Naomi and Ruth, they went back to the land of Israel. And when they got there, Ruth came to Naomi to ask, how are we going to survive?
Naomi, how are we going to survive? We have no food. What are we going to do?
I know, Ruth. I've been thinking about this. And I remembered that there's a relative of my husband who has a huge estate and a farm. And he's known to be a very, very kind man. And so I think you could ask him if you could glean from his fields, and then we will have something to eat.
Now gleaning, this is what gleaning is. When the harvesters go by, at the side of the field, there's always little bits of grain left. And so she was saying, go around the edges of the field and pick up all the leftover grain.
Okay, I will do that. What's the man's name?
Oh, did I forget to tell you? I thought I had. His name is Boaz. Boaz. Thank you. I am forgetful.
Okay, Boaz. Okay, I will go and do that.
So Ruth went to find Boaz to see if she could glean grain in his field.
Excuse me, are you Boaz?
Yes, I am. And who are you?
Oh, I'm Ruth. I'm Naomi's widowed daughter-in-law.
I've heard of you and your great kindness to Naomi.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering, can I glean from your field so I can get some food for me and Naomi?
Of course you can glean, as much as you want, much as you require. But please stay close to my servant girls, and my men will protect you as well.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so kind.
So Boaz and Ruth, they started a friendship, only it didn't end there. Oh no, Boaz fell for Ruth, and Ruth for Boaz. They fell in love.
Oh no, not again! Poor kissy stuff, are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah, but Owen, it's really lovely because they got married and they became this wonderful, happy family, and they invited Naomi to live with them. They took care of her, and they all lived together in the same house. It was so sweet.
Oh, that's actually kind of beautiful.
I know.
It's making me a little bit emotional.
Okay,
You have
go
a
down.
plan? You have a
Go
plan?
down now.
No, I don't. But you know what? It is an emotional story. It's a loving story of a family in the Bible that loved God, and Ruth had learned about God from her mother-in-law, and she wanted to stay with her and worship God together with her in her family. And what's great about this story is Boaz and Ruth got married. They had a son who had a son who had a son who was King David. Have you heard of King David? So Boaz and Ruth are the great-grandparents of King David, who was a wonderful, loving, wonderful, God-serving man. And David is the ancestor. In other words, he's the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of Joseph, Jesus' chosen father. So Boaz and Ruth, lovely story, and it also leads to King David, which also leads to Joseph, which leads to Jesus coming. Isn't that a great story? Let's give our cup to Jesus.